Hey everybody, what is going on? Serial Love Drive here, and today I'm playing Entropia Universe. What we're going to be doing today is we're going to be heading up to the one, the only, the Crystal Palace. Yeah, that's right, folks. I'm going to be taking you on a little ride here. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking off from New Switzerland. We're going to get a nice view of New Switzerland, and then we're going to head up into space, head over to Crystal Palace, otherwise known as two letters I don't want to put together because that might get my video demonetized, but we're going to be heading over to Crystal Palace, and then from there we're going to be hunting some Aurli, however you want to say it, whatever. I'm not good with pronunciations. If you want to tell me how to pronounce it, you can put it in the comments, but I'm probably not going to listen. So yeah, I'm going to be hunting some Aurli or Aurli or whatever you want to call them. And the reason I'm going to be doing this is because if you notice right here, I've got 42 kills already. I've got to kill 100, and I'm going to be able to get 1.05 athletics, 53 PDs worth of diagnostics, or 53 PDs worth of first aid. I'm probably going to go with athletics, but that sort of remains to be seen. I've got to do some research on that one. But the nice thing about this is actually somewhere that's off of sort of the main Calypso planet, but they still have codex missions, right? So if you look here, you've got your iron challenges, and you've still got your codex missions, and it's a perfect excuse for me to actually use my gremlin armor. So I've actually managed to put my gremlin armor, like that's a hard thing to do. I've actually put my gremlin armor in my inventory, so I'm bringing that with me, like you'd expect. I don't know why I said that. But yeah, I'm gonna be able to do some codex missions, and I'm gonna be able to get some of those iron challenges done, which is pretty important here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, maybe stop by Club Never Die on the way back, and then be right back down in Calypso and, you know, see how it goes, right? So let's just head over to Crystal Palace Space Station. Luckily, too, the nice thing with Crystal Palace and Club Never Die, otherwise known as FOMA, I just call it Club Never Die because that's what I am, or that's what I am. That's a weird thing to say, because that's what I do. So, yeah, those two things are nice because you can basically make it back to Calypso, sort of one of the main planets, without really ever risking anything because there's a safe period where you can't be looted, and you can usually get to the space station or the planet in between or sort of before that safe period runs out. So yeah, we're going to be heading over here. This is Crystal Palace. We're going to go ahead and land. I think this is only space flight you guys are going to get in this video. It was all of 2 seconds. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Yeah, the only reason I recorded the space flight was I just thought it might be interesting for some of you guys who've never seen that before. So that'd be for those of you guys who are new subscribers to the channel. Welcome to my channel. Hopefully you hit the like button on everything you see. I really don't care if you like everything you see. I'm teasing here, folks. I really do want you to like all my videos. Ooh, we've got a bit of a glitch here. What is? I have no idea what's happened. Where am I? Alright, well, okay. Can we exit the vehicle? Alright, let's exit. So now let's go ahead and pick up the vehicle. I have no idea what went on there. That was a little weird. Camera glitched out, but yeah, we figured it out. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna head over to Crystal Palace, and we're gonna hunt some low-level aliens. Not like those robot aliens that you see on Calypso. They tend to attack from time to time. We're gonna be hunting some low-level aliens. So let's jump over there. Let me remember to put my armor on. I've forgotten to do that before, and that usually doesn't end too well for me. So I'm gonna put that armor on right away, and then we'll get to shooting. And yeah, I really don't know how long this video is going to be. It's probably going to be about like a 20-minute video or something like that. I'm not looking to make something crazy long, but I just want to get a video out there for Entropia Universe just so you guys have something to watch today. Like I said before too, right? Like I know a lot of people right now are just stuck inside, and you know, it's good to have something to watch, right? Like even for me, I've completely run out of content to watch. I've got to be honest. Level 33. I wonder if I can even take these things. This might be a very quick trip here, because now that I'm looking at it, like for some reason I came here super confident, and now I'm not so confident. Let's take a shot at this and see how it goes. If it doesn't go well, we're gonna be changing this up and doing something else. But you know, we just gotta roll with the punches here and see what happens. I don't know why I thought I could take these, to be honest. Let's see if I can, though. I thought my armor was gonna be good enough that I could take them. But now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, this is probably a lost cause here, because these things are actually out healing me, aren't they? So it missed. Let's see how much it's hitting me for, because that's going to be really what determines this, right? If this thing's like hitting me pretty hard, I'm going to have a tough time with it. As you can see, these mobs heal up a lot faster than I thought, and he hit me for 48. But it looks like there's going to be quite a few misses in here, so we might actually be able to make this work. Ooh, and we deflected it right there. Ooh, let's get the healer out, heal up real quick here. So this is going to be another harder one to do, but it's sort of it's a cool mob to actually even be able to solo. And the major problem here is just I don't have a good enough gun for this. So like if you guys are watching, I've basically done a lot of mobs recently that I just have no business hunting, right? But I do it anyways because it's fun for me, right? These are a little bit more challenging. It's something a little bit different for you guys to watch. I feel like everybody enjoys this. But yeah, if you're coming up to Crystal Palace looking to make a profit, do not come up here with an LR25 because you can see I'm doing okay. Like, if I was with a team of one other person, we'd probably be able to take them. But, oh, come on. Really? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I die, and he has that little slice of health left. Oh, that's ridiculous. All right. So, yeah, we're gonna have to really use all of our knowledge here and make this happen. But I think we'll actually be able to hunt. I think we'll actually be able to do this. If not, it's going to be a very short video, like I said. So that would be the one right there. Let's just look at how much he healed up already, right? So let's pull out this He-Doc SK20 that I've been trying to use, and we'll heal all the way up, and then I'll take this guy out, and we'll try one more week. I don't even know if this is really going to be viable for me, just because looking at how fast these things heal and how likely I am to die, it's not looking like this is going to be a good mob for me to hunt. I thought I'd be able to pull it off with an LR25, just do barely enough damage, but it's looking like that might not be the case. I was really hoping I'd be able to sort of knock this one out pretty fast. And you can see the loot here too. The loot's not bad. So this isn't like it's a decent mob to hunt if you have a decent setup for it. Again, the armor I've got, that's not too bad, like Gremlin armor with 6B plates. I could get a little bit better, but it's not terrible. The main thing here is just the gun. I need a better gun. And when I fail, like when you see these failed shots, which I don't know about you guys, but I've been getting a lot more of those recently. When you get those, that's really like taking a hit on everything, right? Because that means that now life is just so much harder for you, right? Because you're getting a couple shots that you really needed to make that are missing, basically, and that's rough. So luckily, I'm dodging these hits pretty decently. I'm probably going to get hit now, so let me heal up. And he's not doing too much damage. I got some 40. Oh, look at that, 79. I don't know. I feel like I'm not wearing a piece of armor or something, but all my armor's there. This is the weird thing, right? Like, usually when you see these hits that are like 70, and you're going from like a 9 to a 70. That means that you like forgot to put on a piece of armor, but just, oh, and I did. That's all right. All right. Oh, did I really? Oh my lord. All right. So we figured this out. We figured this out completely, folks. I just like banged out the armor, and I was not paying attention. There are 3 pieces of armor missing. So what I was saying is actually 100% true. When you're taking huge hits like that, and then you're seeing those low hits, that usually means you forgot to put on a piece of armor. And literally, you watch me like debug the issue just live right there, where I'm like, huh, this is very weird. He's hitting me for some small hits, and then all of a sudden I'm taking like these huge ones. What is going on? How could this be possible? And then, you know, I put on, take a look at my armor, and oh yeah, I'm not wearing armor. It's very hard though with the way they've done shadows recently. I've got to say, like, this is, I'm not happy with this. Like, it's so hard to see your character nowadays when you're playing the game. Like, they've really, they increased the graphics did get better, but just the overall feel of the game and the fact that I can't see my characters well anymore has really, it's not something that I like. I'm not a fan. Not a fan. Let's just do this, right? Maybe we can make him run a little bit more. He's got to take a couple extra steps to get to me. Actually, I don't think that does anything at all. Just makes me a little bit dizzy watching that. If you guys get motion sickness, it's probably not something you want to see on my screen. So yeah, like I was going to say, basically, what I want to do is I want to keep trying to put out videos that are very good pace. You're gonna get a mix of videos from all sorts of games and stuff like that, but I want to try and put up a good amount of videos just so you guys have something to watch. Because honestly, like, being stuck inside I think I've been stuck inside pretty much. Literally, I leave my apartment once a week right now. Doing my part to keep that curve down with coronavirus and all that. So if this is the future, hi guys. Hopefully you're watching from a better place than I am. Place where you can actually go outside and go for a walk without risking your life and the life of others. And you can take a walk as long as it's not a busy day right now. But yeah, so basically, like, coronavirus, COVID-19, whatever you want to call it, is just sort of sweeping the globe in a very bad way. And I think in the U.S. now, 1/5 of America is on lockdown. Apparently, that's supposed to stop come Easter. I don't know why, but whatever. So yeah, like, it's a serious situation that's going on right now. So I'm stuck inside, and one of the things that I said I'd do in one of my past videos was just, like, make some more content, right? Because I'm getting way more views, so this isn't like a completely selfless thing or anything like that. When you're getting more views, it's good to do more content, because why wouldn't you, right? Did you see that crit hit? He almost got me there. But it's like, yeah, when you're getting more views, why would you not do more content? But at the same time, like, I'm stuck inside. I don't have as much to do. I've been working extra hard just to try and keep all that stuff going. But yeah, let's check out. Markup on Alien Blood was not too high. I thought it was going to be way up there, but it's not. Yeah, basically, I'm getting way more views, and I know a lot of you guys are sitting inside bored, so I figured might as well try and pump out a few more Entropia Universe videos. At one point in, I don't know, maybe 2 years ago or something like that, I was managing to do about one video a day. So I'm going to try and just pick up the speed on the videos I'm making and everything like that, and get back up to that, like, one video every day or so. Some of them are going to be how-to videos going over how to do stuff in Doom or Call of Duty, Warzone, or whatever game I'm playing, and some of them are going to be like this, where I just sit in front of a microphone and talk my vocal cords off, talk your ear off, whatever that saying is. That's what I'm going to be doing. So yeah, that's the plan, and hopefully you guys are going to enjoy it. But yeah, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's crazy just to see what's going on right now. This is one of those situations I never thought I'd see any time in my life, right? Like, I never thought this would happen. Like, to have a pandemic sweeping the globe, that's one of those things that I'm like, there's someone out there that's got this under control. Like, someone somewhere knows what's going on, and, like, they're gonna make sure that we're okay. And yeah, apparently, even though we do have those people, there's definitely people that have been keeping a watchful eye and, like, sounding the warning bells and all that. But apparently, when the warning bells start going off, congressmen start selling stock, which yeah, like, if that's the first thing you do, like, you can go fuck yourself, because that's a serious, like, I don't know, I think that's treason, to be honest. Like, if Pearl Harbor, right, from World War II, some congressman gets a phone call from a Japanese dude, and he's like, we're about to bomb Pearl Harbor, and the first thing he does is tries to sell his, palatial estate in Hawaii, I think they'd take him outside and execute him, right? I don't think we should be executing anyone over this, but you should definitely be getting some jail time, right? Like, I don't care about resignation or not. Like, if you wanna fucking run for Congress from jail, go for it, man. But, like, you should be in jail for that. And I don't care, Democrat, Republican, Independent, whoever you are, like, you're not a good person for doing this, right? Like, just, yeah. I don't know. That was one of those things that, like, seeing that just makes me so mad. And then the fact that there's so many people still that want to deny what's going on. It's like, look at New York City, right? Like, they literally have tents outside right now that they're using as makeshift, that they're thinking they're going to need to use as makeshift morgues. At least that's what I heard on the news. There's so much fake news and bullshit going on, it's hard to keep it all straight. But yeah, that is something that I've never seen before anywhere, right? Like, that's what you see in war zones, right? Like a makeshift morgue. You don't see that in your average city, and that's what it's coming to right now. And that's it's scary. It's scary shit. So yeah, I figured, while I'm stuck inside, I'll make a few more videos, get a few more views, give you guys something to watch, and give you guys something to just sit inside and do, right? Because I think that's what everybody's doing. That's what the world is doing. Unless you're one of those people out there, like, stocking shelves, or even more so, like if you're one of those people working in the hospitals, like hats off to you, man, or woman. Like you're doing good work. It's yeah, it's crazy to see. It's crazy to see what's going on. It's crazy to see just who the heroes are and who the cowards are. Sometimes it's it's never the people you think, right? Because that's one of the things that really has surprised me. Like the amount of people that are just like, all right, like if this is what I've got to do. This is what I've got to do. Like they'll go to work, they'll stock shelves, they'll be in warehouses working, and they're making minimum wage, right? Like they're not making that much money, but they're still doing it. Partially because they've got to pay the bills, but partially because it's like that's they know now's not the time that you ask for a raise or quit your job. So yeah, I mean, hopefully they get what they deserve later on, right? Like hopefully this all ends, and all those truck drivers who are working late nights to get things where they need to be, and all those Amazon warehouse employees who are working overtime to make sure we can get our toilet paper, and all those doctors already get paid pretty well, but hopefully they get a nice vacation, I guess. I was going to say, hopefully everybody gets what they deserve. I think like surgeons and doctors get what they deserve. Nurses are definitely underpaid, I'd say. Overpaid. No, I don't think any of these professions are overpaid, honestly. And this is why, right? Like, if you're a doctor, you're on the front lines. Like, if something contagious comes through, you're the one that's dealing with it. You're the one that could catch it. Like, you deserve to get paid for that. But yeah, hats off to you if you're one of those people that's working right now. And not like me. Like, I'm working from home, completely safe, just trying to keep my company's margins high enough that they don't have to do layoffs, and then then I'm out of a job. That would sort of suck. They've assured me that that's not the case, but I'm a newer employee, so yeah, it's a little bit back in my mind. It's one of the things that I'm like, oof, that could be a thing I've got to look out for, right? And you lose your job now, like if you're out of work now, like it's tough, because through no fault of your own, you really can't apply for another job. Like you can apply for a job, but nobody's interviewing. Like all interviews have stopped. I know where I'm working at, there's no more interviews going on. Like, do you think we're gonna bring someone into the office when we're not there ourselves? No. And do you think people want to do these remote interviews? Like, we're not doing them. I don't know why. I think partially just because they want to. There's a hiring freeze that everybody's not talking about, but yeah, I don't know. It's crazy what's going on in the world, and partially it's therapeutic for me to actually just sit down, play this game, and talk about it a little bit, like rather than just like say the same thing to people, because honestly at this point it's like everybody's just repeating themselves. Like I've got one guy at work that it's like 10 days ago his gym sort of shut down or something like that, and he's still talking about it. It's like I get it, like you don't know how to express yourself, but like yeah, we all know your gym closed down, and that's it's never happened to you before, right? Like Gold's Gym or wherever he's going has never shut down before, but like yeah, that's not what we're here in this meeting to talk about, right? But yeah, I don't know. It's just it's crazy. It's crazy. And I've seen too, like one of the things that really sucks to see is I've seen a lot of like local restaurants by me. So like I live in a city, right? Like I live near downtown, so I see like restaurants when I'm out getting groceries and stuff like that, and some of them just have like literally they have their shop like not up for sale, but everything in it's up for sale, right? Like my favorite pizza place, like I walked in there because I'm like, I'll get a slice, like support it, and they're not selling pizzas anymore. They're selling ingredients. They're selling Pepsi ingredients, everything like that, dirt cheap, because the guy's just like, we're shutting down and we don't know when we're gonna open again. Like he doesn't. I think if you've looked at this thing, like April 10th, that date that we were given by, I don't know why, but that's when Trump said it would be nice to open things up. And I'm thinking when he said it, he was just being like very, very optimistic. But yeah, like it's probably gonna be a while. And he was just like, I need the money to keep the shop open, so we're gonna, or not open, but keep the bills paid. So he's selling off his whole inventory, and then paying for new inventory is going to be a problem for whenever everything gets back up and running. But it's like, man, you see stuff like that, and it's just like, whew, it's crazy. Luckily I'm in a decent enough position where I've got I'm completely covered. Like, people who are worried about me, like, don't worry. Like, if I lose my job, I'll make it through this. I mean, we're all gonna make it through this, but like, wow, as long as we all do our parts, right? Like, lower that curve and make sure that when we need it, there's hospital beds for it. We're all gonna make it through this. But yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy just to walk the street. Like, I've got one coffee shop I go to, right? Like, I wanted to go out, so I'm like, all right, I'll get a coffee, takeaway coffee. That's a thing that's okay for me to do right now. I think that's actually going to stop at some point. And I know there is a slight risk to myself when I go ahead and do that, but I've got to get out every now and then. And I'm like, all right, I'll do a takeaway coffee. They'll pour it into my cup, and then I'll, keep my gloves on and just drink that way, right? Like, I've got my gloves on when I get home, throw the gloves just onto the floor and don't touch them for a couple days. Like, good to go. Sort of that's been my methodology, I guess, recently. Like, everything goes into bags and gloves and coats are on that basically are just only for outside. Like, second I get inside, just put them all right by the entryway and walk in, and farther sort of down that entryway, that initial hallway I get, like, the less stuff I have on that's from outside. And by the time I'm to, like, this room that I'm in right now, like, there's nothing on that's touched outside. And no, I'm not running around completely naked. I've changed into clothes that are indoor clothes, right? Like, I've got my outdoor clothes, my indoor clothes. My outdoor clothes sit by my, outdoor door, and they wait for me to go outside, and I wear them for that. And then when I get inside, change completely. If someone bumped into me, or someone might have coughed on me, like if I heard someone cough around me, like, I'm going to take a shower and do that. Sounds paranoid, but at the same time, it's just like, do I think I'm going to die from this? Hopefully not. If I get it, hopefully I won't die, but do I want to spread it? No, because if I spread it, that's going to go to 2-3 other people, and then that's going to go to 2 or 3 more people, and it's going to grow exponentially, and at some point I am going to be responsible for someone dying. So I do what I can to make sure that doesn't happen. So yeah, I go out, get my coffee, keep my gloves on, and I went out today, and the restaurant was shut, completely locked down. There's just a note on the door, out of business, and it's like, Jesus, we are not that far into this, unfortunately. Like, where I'm at, we are not that far into this, and there's already been, like, someone that's been shut down. So it was that was probably one of, like, that happened recently. That's probably why this is, like, on my mind, right? Like, I went out to get coffee today, and the place is shut down. I'm like, jeez. And then, I see the pizza shop I go to selling all their inventory for cheap, like, just trying to get it off their hands, and it's like, man, this is craziness. I don't know what this is. Like, this is why I go into stores, because I can remember, like, what 9/11 felt like. This feels like 9/11, but it feels different, because this isn't like, is it going to happen again? It's like, this is happening, and it's going to keep happening, and what are we going to do about it? And it's just like, some people, they don't think it's anything. They think they're going to float through this, and other people think it's the end of the world, and, like, life as we know it's going to be changed. And I'm in the middle. I'm in the middle, right? Like, things are going to change, but they're going to come back. They're going to come back. But yeah, it's just craziness right now. Like, there's some people that are going out in groups doing what they do, not really giving a shit. And then there's other people who are out there in, like, hazmat suits. It's such a weird thing to see, because I don't know. It's like, am I overreacting? Are these people in hazmat suits overreacting? Am I underreacting? Like, I don't know. I know the people in groups definitely shouldn't be in groups. I know that for one. But it's like everything else I don't know about. It's just, we're being attacked by this guy. Let's see I don't think I'm going to be able to take a level 41. Let's see if I can do this. I think he was going to come help me, but I should be okay. I think I can out-heal this. I'm going to walk away from this green dot here, so if I do die, it doesn't affect him too badly. That's the last thing you want to happen whenever you're hunting. You've got to... I'm paying very close attention right now. I actually don't know how much... Ooh, shit. Alright, we're in trouble here. We got to heal fast here. We got that Hedok SK20 out. Can it out-heal this creature? It's healing pretty slow, to be honest. I probably should just be using the other one, but it is what it is. So let's keep moving back here. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to sit here and just dwell on this because I feel like that's not good either, right? Like that's not good for any of us. But at the same time, I feel like it's something that I've got to keep bringing up every now and then, just because it's such a like eye-opening in a way, like just weird thing that's going on, that it's like I can't not talk about it, because I feel like that would be doing a disservice to the people that are out there, doing their best to fight this thing. And the fact that this is a war that you're fighting in your living room, right? Like this is something you're doing just by saying inside. Oh, ooh, that was a bad crit hit that I took there, but whatever. We're gonna come back in and kill it. Just by sitting inside, by playing games or whatever, like you are taking a part in fighting it, right? It feels like you're doing nothing, but at the same time, that's all there is to do, right? Nothing. And it's hard, because usually when there's a war effort, there's something you can do to get behind it, whether it's somehow you can support the troops, and there's little things you can do, but for the most part right now, the most important way that you can support them is literally by doing nothing. And it's weird, because I don't think that lends well to the human psyche, or maybe the American psyche. I don't know. Maybe there's some dude in Ethiopia who thinks this is the bomb, or maybe that's what they think as a community. I don't know. Maybe they think this is how they fight wars. I don't know. But for me at least, this is just it's such a weird feeling. It's a weird thing that's going on. I want to talk about it because I feel like it's therapeutic, right? And then you guys are going to talk about it in the comments. We're going to talk about it on Discord. People are going to hit me up on Twitter, and we're going to start all these little conversations. It's everybody sort of getting together, at least discussing things. It's therapeutic, right? It's so my grandfather. Yeah, no one can identify me this way. He's in World War II, right? And saw combat. I think, from what I've heard, never heard those stories from him, but it was 90% of his unit was wiped out in beach landing, right? 90%. And the way he said it was there was one of the ways that they had therapy for this was just by talking, and basically on the ship back, when they came back after the war, everybody was just sitting around talking about it, and that sort of helped people decompress. And that's why they didn't have as PTSD as much as some of the soldiers do nowadays, because you're basically this is his theory. I have no idea if this sounds right or not, but basically he said, well, it sounds right to me. He said then it's you've got 3 months where you're just decompressing and talking about everything and talking things out and working things out in your head. This is what happened. This is why it happened. This sucks. I hate it, but this, it happened for that reason. And then, by the time you get back, you've sort of dealt with it. Whereas nowadays, if you go to war, right? If I don't know personally, I've never served, but from what I've heard from my friends and stuff like that, if they go to war, right? They go there, they fight, and then when they come back, 12 hours ago they're in a war zone, and then 12 hours later they're in a checkout line at Walmart, and it's what? Why? How? It's just a mind fuck, right? But I feel people talking about this virus and stuff like that is something that helps, because this isn't a war, right? Bullets aren't flying. This isn't anything crazy like that. But at the same time, a lot of people do know people who are affected by this. You do know a lot of people do know people who are in the ICU, right? People who may die, right? Sometimes it's your grandparents, sometimes it's your parents. Sometimes it's just friends or something like that. But I know someone not super close to me, but a friend of a friend sort of thing, I guess. They're in the ICU, and they're my age, which is weird, because it's how'd that happen? Why is that happening? And it's I know how that is. When you lose someone close to you, it's just you don't really know what's going on. It's weird, and it does help to talk about it. So I figure I'll start the conversation. You guys can continue it if you want. Anyways, let's get back to Crystal Palace and hunting and all of that, and we'll continue this conversation on Discord, Twitter, comments, whatever arena you guys choose to engage me in, if any at all, right? If you don't need to talk about it, then don't. So yeah, the loot so far hasn't been that great, but you guys can see it turns out with full gremlin and an LR25, this is actually level 33 Aurli, however you pronounce it. I can do it. It seems like these are actually killable mobs for me. Level 41 I had some issues with, but it actually is impressive that I can take on a level 33, because that's probably one of the higher level mobs that I can take on with this. But you can see, like, eco-wise, it is taking more than, like, the recommended, like, 20-ish shots that it should be taking to kill a mob. But at the same time, it's nothing ridiculous. Like, I'm not dying all over the place. Like, as long as I've got my armor on, I'm fine. So yeah, for those guys wondering, the armor that I've got is Gremlin armor with 6B plates. When I literally, or 5B plates. Yeah, 5B right there. So when I bought this armor, I literally got it just for Aurli. Let's check the... So here you can see the stats, right? We've got that cut, that impact, that stab, and then here you got some acid protection too, which makes Gremlin like super good for this type of thing. And when I got Gremlin, literally the reason I got it was because I wanted to be able to come up here and kill aliens. So back in the day, this was one of the sort of routes to profitability, if you will. A lot of people would come up to Crystal Palace, and this is where they'd sort of make their PEDs. So yeah, seeing a lot of these Ubers and people that I knew do it, it was like, oh yeah, I need that Gremlin so I can go on team hunts and all that, and didn't use it a ton. Used it on that one, like the 4-hour video I've got. Like I used the Gremlin armor there, and it worked out pretty good. And I'm like, hey, I think I could solo these things. So yeah, I came up this time, tried it out, and we're able to solo it, obviously. Yeah, LR25 A203 amplifier. So like, sort of it's a mid-range setup. It costs a little bit to do, but you can do it with a, what was it, an LR25, LR28, whatever it is, that limited amplifier that you can get. You can do it with that, right? Throw that on an LR25, you'll be good to go. So you can do that with the sort of the AR Matrix series gun and amplifier too. If you bought those, came up here with that combo, I'm sure that would work. As long as you've got the Gremlin and the plates. And I think if you've got a LR30, then you're gonna actually be able to really do it. So I did get a, where did I have it? Here we go. I've got an LR30 right here. I'm not quite ready to use it yet, but you can see that's 5.6 extra damage that you're going to be doing per, I think that's per second, right? Yeah, per second. So that'll definitely give me the boost that I need once I'm there. But yeah, I'm just not quite in that range yet. So pretty soon I'll be there. I'll start using that LR30 and just slowly working my way up the ladder, right? If you guys haven't noticed, I've definitely been skilling up quite a bit more now. Part of it is I've got a few more PDs. I'm trying to be a little bit more eco, and I'm trying to sort of figure out what mobs are actually looting good at a time. So right now, like once I stop, these Aurli, like once I stop this video, I'm not gonna be hunting them anymore because the loot hasn't been that good. Watch me get like a Hoff here, but the loot hasn't been that good. But like with those steel birds that I was doing, the ones I got 3 globals on, when that video ended, I did not stop hunting, and I got 2 more globals. I walked away up like 500 PED, $50, 50 USD for like 2 or 3 hours of playing because it was like doing good. So I'm like, I'm not gonna stop, and that's sort of the key, right? Like when the loot's good, I don't know if there's loot waves or what's going on anymore, but it seems like when the globals are coming, like it doesn't make sense to leave. You just want to keep doing it. And if you go back and you watch that video where we came up here to Crystal Palace, like the globals were rolling in, and we actually all walked away like not everybody made a profit, but very few losses across the board and a lot of skills gained. So a lot of the time, if you can get some situation like that, it makes sense just to keep going. And yeah, I definitely did. Actually, did I loot it on stream? I don't think I did. I don't think I looted this in video or on stream. This is one of the guns I got when I was hunting them. And ISIS, not the best name there. I really think My Dark should change that at some point, but they still haven't. I guess, you know, they came up with the name first, so they're not gonna give in to any terrorist groups. Yeah, we've covered terrorists and COVID-19. This is gonna be a demonetized video if I've ever seen one. So yeah, this gun, I managed to loot that when I was hunting them. It's got an okay markup on it, 5%, not too bad, but yeah, I was pretty psyched to get that. It's always cool to get that stuff, right? That Hedok SK50, sold that thing. I've still got this 20 that I looted. I have no idea when. A lot of this stuff just sits in my inventory until I look through my inventory and realize I've got just a bunch of random junk in there that I need to either TT or sell or use myself. So the SK20, I've decided to just add that to my repertoire of things that I use. This thing right here. And the gun I'll probably sell, because I'm not like really sort of in the range to use that gun, that pistol. And the Hedok SK50 I sold because I'm not that in need of a healer, especially not that high level of a healer. I can't quite use that yet because my healing skills aren't there. And for those of you guys who ask, like, if you want to heal me, right? Like, if you're a player who's thinking, like, can I heal Serial Overdrive, or you want to help me out, few things on that, right? Because I've had maybe like 10 people request that this past month. I don't know why, but 10 people have requested, like, hey, Serials, you need a healer. So usually I do not use healers because I like to hunt mobs where I can just kill them without needing a healer, and then after the kill's done, if I need to, I can heal up. So like what you're seeing me do here. If I did need a healer, I'd want it to be a healer who had like super eco gear and stuff like that. Now, if you're just on the team and you're getting a percent of loot, that's fine. Or if you're gonna cover your own decay and you just want to skill up and heal me, like, that's fine too. Like, whatever, right? That's, you're spending the money there. But if you want me to spend the money, me to like pay you, right? Like your decay, or make sure that you basically don't lose money, I expect you to be using a healing device that's actually like very like high end. So when you send me that message, like, make sure you let me know like what healing device you have, right? Because there's a difference between if you have like a mod FAP or something like that, and if you have a S10. So if you have an S10, I'm really not that interested in paying you to do what you're gonna do. If you have a mod FAP, now I don't have the gear to actually hunt the mobs that would require me to hire you as a healer, but if I did, that's definitely a way more enticing offer, and that's one of those I'm gonna keep sort of in my in the back of my head, right? Like, maybe in the future I will need your services, and then I'll hit you up. And then I would be paying extra, and like if I get global, I'm gonna tip you. But the other thing too is if you message me and you say, hey, I'll do it for free, but I don't know if they said hi to me or not. Maybe they did. I'll say hey. I always try to be friendly. But yeah, like if you're gonna message me and say something like, hey, Serial, like, I'll heal you for free. All you've got to do is pay decay and add me to the team. It's like, okay, well, I'm gonna be paying all of your decay. I add you to the team. Now you're gonna be getting some of my loot. Like, is that fair? And of course they're gonna tell me yes. I need to heal here, don't I? Oh my god, really? So close. I can't believe I died to that. I wasn't paying attention. Okay, please don't attack this guy. That'd make me look bad. Hopefully he won't even notice I disappear and I can get back before anything happens. But yeah, like if you're gonna try and say like you'll do it for free, and then you ask me to pay your decay and add you to the team, you're gonna get some of my loot because you're on a team, A. And B, if I'm paying your decay, you're not really doing it for free. Like, you're still getting skills, right? Like, you're charging a lower rate than you would if you're working at a baker shop, or if you're working as a barista or something like that. Like, yes, you're getting paid less than you would if you're working for minimum wage, but you're not really working for free, right? Like, this isn't it's not a free to pay internship that you're doing. You're still getting paid something. You're just getting it through loot. Like, there's a chance that you get something, there's a chance that you don't. It's the same as like if you're healing me and I get a global, I'm probably gonna give you a little bit of that global, right? But at the same time, if I don't get a global, you're not gonna get. Oh, speaking of globals, there we go. Not bad. 58 PDs at Crystal Palace Space Station. I like that. That's what I like to see, right? Like, keep going until you get that loot. Alright, so let's take on this next one. That's what I'm looking for, too. It might be time to end the video. Should I end it with the global? Maybe not. Let's keep... I'm gonna take a few more of these guys on, just because usually, like I said, like when you see a global, there's always that chance that there's gonna be another one. So I just wanna bang out a few more and see if we can't get one more global. And then if we get one more, then I'll end the video, and then we'll do... I'll probably keep hunting these guys, because if there's one global, and then there's two globals, there's probably a third one hidden in there somewhere, and you just keep going until you get a string of no loots or something like that. Or not no loots, but just low loot. At least that's what I found to work. And generally the way it works is when I tell everybody this, and people start sort of figuring out the pattern from there, then Mindark's going to change it, and then I'll go back to making nothing for a while. But it's a game. That's how it works. I know the game. I'm perfectly fine giving away secrets because, I get that YouTube money, which is so amazing. I don't know if that sounded convincing or not. Probably not. What is this here? So there's like a red dot here, but I'm not seeing anything. It's like he got stuck underground there. Alright, let's take the next one on. But yeah, with the healing, like, I'm always open to heals, and if you message me and I'm online and you want to do it for free, that's cool. Like, I'll pay your decay or something like that, especially if I need it as a service. But if you think you're going to convince me to add you on a team and pay your decay, and then you're going to say that you're doing it like as a service for free, like, that's not quite how it works, right? Because you're making some profit no matter what. So you're sort of conditioned there. You're skilling up no matter what, and then you're getting the credit of, like, the social credit of saying you did it for free. Like, not quite. And that's one of the things too that I find, right? Like, a lot of the time, if I feel like you're trying to trick me, I'm not gonna appreciate that at all. Whereas if you're, like, blunt and you say, hey, like, you know, if you just cover the decay and then add me to the team, like, I'll take that as my payment. Like, that's a fair ask, I think, especially if you have good gear. It's a fair ask, but if you try and trick me into that ask, then it's not fair. All right, let's see where we're at. Okay, so we came up here with about 200 PDs of ammo, so we're down to about 60-something PDs left, which means this is probably actually going to be a losing hunt, if I've got to take a guess here. Like, and maybe not, actually. I take that back. It's probably going to be about break even. If I can get one more global, then I'm in the profit zone. But that's what I need, that one more global. Part of the game, too, is just staying in it until you can get that global, especially with these guys. Aurli are sort of known to global and give out some cool sort of high markup stuff. So if we can just stay in this long enough to get some of that stuff, we're good to go. That's what you're going to notice too. There's a lot of high level players when they play. Like, they're chasing mobs that'll give them break even until it gives them, like, a great item, a great, like, sort of markup thing. And that's the overall goal there, right? Like, if you can get a full TT whatever L weapon that sells 30+% over TT value, then you're doing pretty good. Plus here I'm gonna get some skills. Like, that 100 kill Aurli challenge is just sitting there. My eyes are gleaming looking at that thing, like, we're gonna get that. And then we've got the codex, so we're doubling up here. If you guys haven't noticed, that's sort of the name of the game that I'm playing right now, is just doubling up on codex and iron challenges. You know, the more of those I can get, the better off I am, right? The more skills I get, the better. So yeah, let's see how this goes. I forgot to heal there, so I might not get the loot that I need. Or I might die, actually. That's not what I mean. I might not get the loot that I need. See, I can tell my brain's going to shit right now. So that means that it's about time to end this. I'm going to kill this one, and then I'll kill one more. And after that, we'll call it. Unless the loot here is good. If the loot's good, I'm going to call it at this one. I kept saying just one more in my head, and I'm like, no. We're setting the limit here. One more after this. That's the limit, and then it's not bedtime, but it's time for me to end the video. Ooh, he almost got me too. All right. So yeah, he did not loot good. One more kill. Let's see how that goes. We did get that global at least. So that's something. I'll take it. But it wasn't any sort of, like, crazy global. That's the unfortunate part of it all. All right. So one more level 33 weak alien. Let's see if we can't kill this thing and get some good loot. I'm just going to be completely silent. Just let the suspense build. But I feel like complete silence is actually bad for the style of video that I do, so we're not going to do that. I'm just going to keep talking. And you guys are probably playing Entropia right now, just listening along. Hopefully you're enjoying yourselves here. If you've made it here, you're part of the 10% now. Actually, you're probably part of, like, the 25-30% top viewers. So, you know, thanks for sticking it out with me. Over 40 minutes into this video, you know, you spent a good almost hour of your day with me. I appreciate that. I appreciate that you took the time to sit here and just listen to me talk. And hopefully if you got some comments that you want to talk to me about, or something you want to talk to me about, you feel free to leave that comment down below. It's, you know, small community. I'm able to answer everybody, so that's pretty cool. It's one of the nice things about this whole little serial overdraft thing that I've got going. All right, one more loot. Let's see what we got. All right, that was very lackluster there. So yeah, overall we didn't really get that great loot. We got that one global. We got some, like, 10 PED things, and then that was about it. Nothing too crazy. We came out here with about 200, I'd say, PEDs of armor or ammo. I just, you know, eyeballing it, right? Like, I eyeballed it before I started the video. I had about 2 million ammo, 2 million rounds of ammunition, I guess is what I should be saying. So yeah, let's see what the total is here. Let's add everything up. I always forget that I've got this thing. I should use it though. If I can find it. There we go. Alright, let's equip that, use that. We've got our mobile trade terminal here. We got 116 PDs of shrapnel. It's pretty good. Got another 58 PDs of adrenal oil. That's going to sell for a little bit of a markup there, so I'm going to make an extra 50 PCs on that, but we can just throw that out anyways. So yeah, it's looking like right now we're sitting about 25.6 PEDs above sort of what we spent in ammo. Let's go ahead and throw the armor in. And then once we throw the gun in, you're going to see that profit disappear. So yeah, you can see that. So overall in this run, even though I did get a global, I probably lost maybe 10 PDs. And then when you count gun decay, it's probably more like 15 to 20. So it's not the end of the world. It's not a horrible run, but that's not an amazing run. It's just sort of a decent run. It's a lukewarm run, I'd say. But yeah, I had a good time with it. You know, we got to see some cool aliens, some amazing paintings. I always like this guy's artwork, actually. And yeah, had a good time with it. Anyways, guys, if you have any questions, comments, anything like that, feel free to leave them down below. Otherwise, I'm going to be heading out here. I'm going to be killing some more of these aliens, and maybe next time when you come back to me, we're going to be killing Kratlan or mining on Club Never Die. So you got that to look forward to probably tomorrow or the day after. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, peace.